Welcome to the 24K Life Code. I'm your host, Derick Gant. Our podcast is created to help you figure out what little nuances, what little codes you need to crack in order to have a better life. You know, it's not usual to have somebody in your universe that's willing to go out on a limb to tell you if you're doing something wrong. Well, that's our job. We want you to not only tell you what's wrong, we want to tell you what's right. And then we want to help you figure out how to make it even more right so you can live a life of excellence. Today, we have a special guest. The guy is a self-healer, Chris CTz&x. And Chris, forgive me if I butchered that. We'll get it cleaned up when I bring you on. But Chris is the man. This guy has been around. When you see him and you see how fit he is, how quick he is, how wise he is, and let me tell you something, how cool he is, you won't believe it. I bought his book as soon as I read the intro because I knew it was going to help me in my life, and I bought it, I read it, and I don't regret it. Chris, how are you?
Okay, thank you so much for having me, Derick.
Oh, man, we are excited to have you, and I am excited to talk to you. And as soon as I saw your bio, I said, I got to talk to this guy. I need this guy. This is the guy I need. Chris, tell us about your background. Where do you come from? What have you been doing? What do you specialize on? And what is your greatness?
Okay, so my background is I was born and raised in New York City. Growing up as a young guy, it was a tough neighborhood that you had to live in. I worked my way through the ranks. I played baseball, came very, very, very close from playing Major League Baseball. I was scouted out by the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. Obviously, that didn't happen. I come from a single family mother who raised 4 kids. So, being disciplined wasn't my thing, to be disciplined. So I know my coach was very upset with me. I didn't follow his instructions, and then I didn't make Major League Baseball. So I got into construction at a very early age. I worked my way through the ranks in construction. I became a leader. By the time I was 30 years old, I was running a company. I worked for a company for 18 years. I was their senior project manager, built the largest casino in the United States, which is up in Connecticut. And then I went on my own after that. I opened up my own company. I'm semi-retired today. I've been in fitness for over 45 years.
So what does that mean, you've been in fitness for over 45 years?
I always trained. I always worked out. I did push-ups. I did working out in the gym. I did a lot of weightlifting. I always kept myself fit. Mm-hmm. I'm 65 years old. I look like a 30-year-old. I have a six-pack. My body's pretty much in good condition. My last blood test, I have the insides of a 20-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
So you got to give up the secrets, man. You can't come on the 24K Life podcast, living a golden life, and not share some of the nuggets. Now, we don't want all of them. Okay. We want people to go to healingwarriors.com, which is Chris's website. You can go there and get all the details. We just want the big picture. Chris, tell us how you're able to maintain a six-pack at 65. We're gonna do a new podcast one day. 6-pack at 65.
I like it. Sounds good.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so first, staying in shape. First thing you got to do is watch what you eat. What you put in your body can make you tired. What you put in your body can also mess up your thoughts. Believe it or not, you can eat food and then you have all these negative thoughts. When you eat healthy foods, you have positive thoughts. Being that you're healthy, there's not going to be no fat gain, no negativity in your life. You'll be dedicated to, reach your goals. You always have to set a goal of what you want to do.
Right.
Later on in life, when I turned 52, I started playing around with performance-enhancing drugs because I started feeling tired. It's natural. You get old. You do get tired.
Of course.
So I did. I was injecting testosterone. I did some other steroids. Looked phenomenal. That's why they call it, the golden liquid, because you do feel good when you're on it. So not realizing later on of what transpired, and I wrote a book about it. I wrote a book on how to raise testosterone naturally, without injecting. So what happened was, with this story of self-healing, I stopped the steroids at about 59 years old. Then I realized that after I stopped it, I was like beat. I was tired. I had no libido. I had no aggression. I didn't even want to go to the gym. And I did go to the gym, but I didn't feel like going. And I always felt like going. That's the happiest time of my life, when I'm in the gym, So anyway, I went to a doctor and I got a blood test. And the doctor came back, a couple of days later and said, your testosterone level is very low. And the reason why your testosterone is low is because you were putting synthetic testosterone in your body. So your body says, oh, I don't have to produce testosterone anymore naturally because the synthetic took over.
Right.
So the doctor said you're a candidate for TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. So that's one thing I didn't want to do.
Okay.
So in case you don't know, TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, every week you got to take shots.
Right.
You got to donate blood every 3 months because your blood thickens, and it's for life. You have to do this for the rest of your life. I said, I'm not going to go that route, Derick. I said, I'm going to figure out how to do this on my own. By the way, my test came back at 81. Anything below 250, you got to do something about your life. Right. You got to either go on TRT, which I'm not against.
Right.
If you're for it and you like it, I support it, because every man needs testosterone.
Right.
Okay, so my test came back at 81. I went and I did studies. I did all kinds of tests. I have right next to me, next to my desk, I have all kinds of supplements, all natural, all from the Himalayas, China, Tibetan medicine, all plant-based stuff, no synthetic stuff, all natural. And for 8 months, I stayed on some supplements.
Okay.
Went back to the doctor. She took the test again, and the test came back 680. So I went I went from 81 to 680 naturally. So I said, okay, I was the happiest guy in the world. I was like, wow, I can't believe I did this. So I do have remedies. I wrote the book. It's in my book.
Okay.
Okay. So I'd like to share some of them with you.
I'd love to hear.
To raise testosterone.
Before you share the testosterone, I want to know what your average nutritional regime is. Like, what are you going to eat today?
Okay. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I put about 2-3 ounces of apple cider vinegar. Mm-hmm. I mix it with about maybe 6-7 ounces of water, and every morning that's the first thing that goes in my body.
You need to watch this if you struggle with feeling stuck in life. I'll show you how to get the best version of yourself with the 24K Life Code. The 24K Life Code by Derick Gant isn't just a book, it's your blueprint to extraordinary living. Imagine understanding yourself so deeply that your goals, strengths, and passions become crystal clear. That's the power of. But knowing isn't enough. The next step? It's about turning those insights into deliberate moves that lead you to success. And guess what? It's not as hard as you think. Now let's talk mindset and replaces limiting beliefs with a focus on growth and prosperity. It's about seeing opportunities, not obstacles. Finally, we have align your daily activities with your true values and watch your life transform. The 24K Life Code is your map to financial stability and a life filled with purpose and abundance. Ready to live unapologetically and authentically? Your greatness awaits.
Okay, wait a minute. Time out.
Yeah.
2 to 3 ounces? I heard you're supposed to take a tablespoon.
No, I put a little bit more. I put about that much.
Holy jokes. Okay, so I got to up my apple cider vinegar. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to up it a little bit, okay?
Okay.
And you don't have to if you don't want to. If you're good with what you've been doing.
Wait a minute. Chris,
Yeah.
I wrote a book called The 24K Life Code, The Only Difference Between Mediocrity and Greatness. Do you really think I want to be mediocre?
No.
Okay, so I'm taking my 2 to 3 ounces like Chris. Go ahead.
There
Go
you
ahead.
go.
Finish, Chris.
Good. Okay, so and that's the start of my day.
Okay.
By the way, I fast every day. I do fasting.
So
I don't
you intermittent fast?
Yeah, intermittent. Yeah, so I fast maybe 14, 15 hours the most.
Okay.
Okay, I don't. Some people fast 17, 18 hours. I do 14, 15 every day. So the apple cider vinegar is the first thing that goes in the body. After the apple cider vinegar, I normally wait about 2 hours before I eat.
Okay.
Now, so I'll eat. Everything's homemade. I make homemade pancakes, protein pancakes, with collagen. I always put collagen in my food. Okay. Collagen is very good for your body. Collagen is the anti-aging. It's good for your cells. It's good for your organs, keep you young. Like I said, I'm 65 years old. You'll never know it unless you look up. I'm a little bald on top and back of my head, but that's natural. So normally I'll eat protein pancakes. My regimen is protein pancakes, oatmeal, protein oatmeal, always protein, and I always eat a lot of berries, blueberries, strawberries, banana, and then I eat a lot of eggs. I'm big on eggs.
Okay.
For the protein.
Right.
So that's my week. One day I'll have protein pancakes, another one oatmeal, eggs, back to protein pancakes, and that's how I do it. In the middle of the day, I might have like a protein shake. And by the way, I don't drink milk.
Okay.
Drink coconut milk, not dairy. I don't do any dairy, and I don't do any sugar.
Can't have a 6-pack with sugar.
What was that?
You can't have a 6-pack and eat sugar.
Right, that's for sure. So there's no dairy in my house, and there's no sugar in my house. I do eat ghee butter. Ghee butter is actually healthy for you. Okay. It's another substitute for the real butter, but that's what I do. Other than that, like for dinner, I'm big on grass-fed meat.
Okay.
So I eat grass-fed meat twice a week. And then the other days, I'll eat fish. I'm careful with the fish that I eat, though, because I only eat wild-caught salmon.
Right.
Once in a blue moon, I'll have like some flounder, but flounder is also toxic. So I try to keep the toxic foods out of my system. But mainly it's meat, a lot of vegetables. There's a pasta that I do eat.
Really?
Yeah, there's a pasta that I eat that has 37% less calories than the pasta that you see in a store. Okay. Okay, and it has a lot of protein. It's made with egg. So I do have pasta once a week.
Oh, I love it. So that sums up your nutrition. I like the plan. It sounds very doable with a beautiful woman that's helping you cook.
Thank you. Yeah, my wife is also, her and I were like bookends. We're identical alike. My wife, she's healthy. She won two championships. She competed. And she competed against the world, actually, in Vegas. I think she came 10th. Oh, my
gosh. Really?
Yeah, out of 350 women, my wife came 10th.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah. So basically, we're the same.
Yeah, I love it. That makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You have to explain it to anybody.
It does.
So I appreciate you sharing that with us. But now I want to know about the testosterone treatment? You're going to give us a couple of examples or stories how you've been able to win with that.
Yeah, I will. So to start off, there's a supplement here. It's called Tomcat Ali. So Tomcat Ali, I take 4 days a week. So I'm 4 days on, 3 days off. It's all natural. Here it is. That's one. The other item that I take is taurine. Now, you can find taurine in meat, and you can find taurine in fish. This here, I recommend, I'm on this 4 days a week. Another powerful supplement that, if you can get all natural, is vitamin D. Vitamin D is probably the key supplement to increase testosterone. Now, if you can get into the sun 10, 15 minutes a day, the natural sunlight will raise the testosterone by 25%.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Wow. I had no idea.
No doubt. I live in Florida, so I get sun every day, practically every day.
Okay.
And I have a huge Italian Mastiff dog. You know, he's my best friend. We walk, and I'm in the sun. I'm absorbing the sun to increase the testosterone. Right now, my testosterone level is like close to 700.
Wow. And
that's good, because by the age of 40, you know, if your testosterone is decreasing, it's normal. Every 40-year-old, your testosterone is going to drop. Now, if you did performance-enhancing drugs, your testosterone definitely going to drop.
Right. That is super insightful, because I do TRT.
Okay.
And I didn't know that it thickens your blood, because I also have a blood issue where I'm not supposed to have a bunch of vitamin K because it thickens my blood.
Right.
So so that's interesting. I need to look into that and, you know, understand what that really means. So trust me, believe I'll be calling my my doctor, and we're going to have a long conversation about that, because if I need to get off the TRT,
right,
to because my testosterone levels were they were terrible. I think they were around 230 before the TRT, and I mean, and ideally you want them at 720, something like that.
Well, if you're in a range between 350 and 500, you're good. 350, 500, you're good. You know, when I was injecting, my testosterone was 1,200.
Yeah, I mean, I should be close to 900 right now.
Right. See, and you know, 900, you must feel great.
Yeah, I do. No midday naps.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Now, let me get back to you, Derick, on the blood. I recommend. I'm not a doctor, but I recommend, if your blood is thick, you should donate blood every 3 months.
Okay.
We call it, in the gym, they go, did you dump? We say, did you dump blood?
Right.
Because that's the protocol.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because I used to give blood, and then they put me on the blood thinners, and I couldn't. But now I've been doing all natural. I got some ideas from Barbara O'Neill, and I've been doing a natural blood thinning that I need to go get tested for. But I believe it's working really well, because I can tell from my skin that it's doing better. So I can give blood now. That's a great idea, bro. Thank you so much. That's a great idea.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I can also recommend to you.
Are you feeling stuck in life and finances? Introducing the 24K Life Code mobile app, your ultimate solution for personal and financial support. Available now in Apple App and Google Play stores. Our app provides online coaching with expert life, business, money, nutrition, and fitness coaches. With over 25 transformative courses, you'll master goal setting, time management, personal money management, and accountability. For less than $1 a day, you gain full access, 365 days a year, to the support you need. Join our thriving community, share your daily wins, and let's build your 24K life together. Download the 24K Life Code mobile app today and start living your best life.
Can you drink aloe vera?
Oh yeah, I got a gallon of it. I don't drink it, but I bought some during COVID to make cleaning, hand cleaner with it, and I never used it. But yeah, I have some, and I can drink it.
Okay, well, I have a homemade remedy that I do.
Okay.
I buy two leaves, or organic leaves of aloe vera.
Okay.
I chop them up, both two leaves. I put it in a 1 gallon container.
Uh-huh.
I fill the container up with pure water, the not faucet water,
Right.
mountain water that I buy from outside.
Mm-hmm.
I fill it up, put it in the refrigerator, and I let it sit for about a day. And then I pour a glass. You're gonna see how thick it is.
Okay.
All the aloe vera, it all seeped into the water.
Right.
That'll also help you thin out your blood. If your blood's too thick, that'll help you thin out your blood.
I'm on it. I bought. I don't. It's not the leaf, but I bought a big container of it. It's in the refrigerator. It's been in the refrigerator for a while, so I'm going to start that today.
Okay, yeah. Because listen, like I told you in the beginning of this conversation, I try to do everything all natural. I don't like buying. I don't like buying stuff from a store and then I drink it and then I find out there's something else in it.
Yeah, I'll look at the ingredients and see if it's just aloe vera. But good idea. I'll go get that. I'll go get natural leaves, and if this stuff's no good, and do it. That's amazing, man. I love this conversation. But before we go,
Okay.
And I'm not rushing you off, but I want to make sure we get this in. You healed yourself from a hernia.
I did. What I did was I treated my hernia. I have a hernia 14 years. And the reason why I got a hernia is because when I was playing around with PEDs, I was bench pressing 400 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I never should have done.
Right.
Okay? I'm not competing. I'm not, I did it. But if I was to go back with my wisdom and experience, I would never do that again.
Right. Right.
Okay? And that's how I got an inguinal hernia.
Okay.
So I treated my hernia. Here's my book.
Yeah, I bought it. I have it.
Okay, good. Okay, so with the hernia, when I first went to a doctor, what does the doctor tell you? Oh, you got a hernia. You need
surgery.
You need surgery. First thing he said, you need surgery. So I did the same reaction I did with the testosterone doctor. I said, I'm not getting surgery. I'm going to figure out a way to live with the hernia, treat it, maintain it, and live my life with a hernia.
Right.
And that's what I did. So first step is acceptance that I have a hernia.
Mm-hmm.
Second step is positive mindset. Third step is dedication and discipline yourself. Watch it. You don't lift anything heavy, whether it's a delivery from UPS or something at work. Don't lift anything heavy. Not now.
Mm-hmm.
I went out. I did a lot of research. I bought a truss. Did you buy it? You have a hernia, Derick?
Yep, I got one. That's why I bought the book.
Okay. Did you buy a truss?
I bought after I read the book. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah. So if people don't know what the truss looks like, I have it here. Okay, here's the pad. This pad goes against, the lump of your hernia. It wraps around you. I don't work out in the gym without it.
Okay.
Do I need to? Do I need it? No, I don't really need it. But
just in case.
I'm cautious.
There you go.
I keep it on. I work out with it. I do not leave the house to the gym with it on. Once I'm done with the gym, I take it off.
Okay.
Now, if you're a new person, I wore a truss for 30 days straight.
Okay.
I did not take it off. As soon as I woke up in the morning, I put it on. By the time I was getting ready to shower and go to bed, I took the belt off. I did it for the first 30 days.
Okay.
I did the Epsom salt baths. It's in the book. I took Epsom salt baths, reduced the inflammation. I was on turmeric, magnesium, omega-3. And here's one I'm going to give you now, Derick. Derick, I recommend you go out and get this.
Okay.
This is all natural, organic, essential oil. It's called frankincense. Put this on before bedtime. Put it in your hand, rub it right on your lump.
Okay.
You would never know I have a hernia if you look at me. My hernia was big. My hernia was like a little smaller than a baseball.
Okay.
Now if you see it, You won't even know I have it. Sometimes I look, I go, man, I don't even think I have a hernia, but I know I have a hernia.
Right.
Okay? But I'm cautious. So I gave you a couple of remedies just now. The truss belt is important. If you don't want a mesh in your body for the rest of your life, or you don't want a chance that the mesh snaps, if that mesh snaps, after surgery, say 5 years later, you're back in the hospital because you got to get surgery again.
Right.
I choose not to. That's my choice. If whoever chooses to do it, God bless you. I support you too about it. Just be careful because it could snap.
Right.
So and you don't mess around with hernias. They could be dangerous. So in my case, like I said, I set a goal for myself. I'm going to figure out how to live with this hernia, which is 14 years. I'm going on 15 years at the end of this year with my hernia. I have no pain. Does it flare up, by the way? Yes, it does.
It used to, but it doesn't anymore. Thank God.
Okay, it does flare up. You got to watch also, again, we'll go back to food.
Mm-hmm.
Don't eat food that's going to cause inflammation.
Right.
So one of the foods is fast food or dairy.
Mm-hmm.
That'll cause inflammation. So obviously, even French fries, sugar, cut that out of your diet. If you want to live with a hernia and without surgery, my book says a lot.
Right.
If you're overweight, you got to lose a little bit of weight. Okay, hernias they don't do good if you're overweight.
Right. Right.
Okay, you stick on your turmeric. If you feel like you have inflammation in your hernia, right away, jump on turmeric. Stay on turmeric. Just don't do it and say, okay, I'm going to take one. Do it for like a couple of days straight, the turmeric, just to treat it.
Okay.
That's how you treat a hernia. You got to pay attention to it. Just like you pay attention to your child or your dog, you got to pay attention to your hernia.
I love it, man. Well, I've learned a lot personally, which is why I was selfishly interviewing you for the rest of the men that might have some of the same situations. And we know that all men's testosterone starts to drop after 40. And if you can start to create the habits and the regimen to subdue that drop and to elevate yours naturally, man, you're going to come out way, way ahead, especially based on Chris's results in his active lifestyle. So Chris, I thank you so much for the time that you shared with us. If you want any of this information, you need to go to www.healingwarriors.com. Chris will take care of you. You can reach out to him. You can email him. You can message him, and he will be more than happy to walk you through, send you copies of his book, and you'll be better for it. I bought the book as soon as I read his bio, so I wanted solutions. You can say thank you, Chris, and you're welcome, but I did it for me, so thank me, Derick, for taking care of Derick.